biotechnology. What is it? It can be defined as an intersection of law and science. Not only science can be used to condemn the guilty or exonerate the innocent, but it can also be used to help recreate crimes. Do you notice the face and the fingerprint? General goal. The general goal is that forensic biologists examine blood and other bodily fluids, hair, bones, insects, and plants and animals. It remains to help identify victims and support criminal investigations. Uses technology in the lab and in the field, forensic biotechnology collect and analyze biological evidence found on clothing, weapons, and other surfaces to determine the time and cause of death. In this image, you see a forensic scientist trying to find the data of a fingerprint. Benefits. Most forensic scientists work for federal or state crime labs because they are primarily government run. On average, beginning forensic scientists working at a state level are paid a monthly salary of $1,900. Here in this image, you see forensic scientists trying to find data in a home. How is it achieved? What methods do they use? In some cases, forensic scientists use biotechnology techniques to help detect important evidence. When a new technique or method is used to collect, process, or analyze evidence, it must meet one or several of these standards before evidence can be introduced. The relevance test allows anything that is deemed relevant. The FAR standard, known as general acceptance test, that the theory and techniques have been sufficiently used and tested within the scientific community. The Marx standard, a common sense test that requires that the court is able to understand and evaluate scientific evidence presented. The Forest Hills rapist is one example. DNA evidence was first used in the U.S. in 1987 and has since figured in the resolutions of thousands of cases. DNA evidence is especially valuable when used to expose faulty eyewitness testimony. In 1988, Victor Lopez, the so-called Forest Hills rapist, was tried for the sexual assault of 3 women. Oddly, all women described their assailant as a black man when they reported the crime to the police. Since Victor Lopez was not black, questions were raised that this was a case of mistaken identity. The accused's blood was analyzed and compared with sperm left at the scene. The DNA was a match. Lopez was found guilty of the attacks, despite the contradictory eyewitness testimony. This here is a real-life article, a real-life copy of the newspaper when the event occurred. The Narborough Village murders. The first reported use of genetic fingerprinting in a criminal case involved the sexual assault and murder of a schoolgirl in the United Kingdom. These colleagues have recently developed techniques for extracting DNA and preparing profiles using old stains. Dr. Peter Gill has developed a method for separating sperm from vaginal cells first and then sperm cells. A detergent can break down vaginal cells but not sperm cells. With these development, it could be difficult to use DNA evidence to solve rape cases. He was the first person convicted of murder based on DNA fingerprinting evidence, and the first to be caught as a result of mass DNA screening. Pitchfork raped and murdered 2 girls in Leicestershire, the first Narborough in November 1983 and second in Enderby in July 1986. This is the man convicting of the murders and raping cases. Any questions?